Hey guys, welcome back to Let's Play Ratchet & Clank Tools of Destruction. I'm Nye.
I'm Mako, and we're never letting the autopilot fly ever again.
Yeah, that was, well, it didn't really give us a choice. It put Ratchet to sleep, and it punched Clank.
Right.
Also, our combustor has just leveled up.
Your weapon has upgraded.
Taking its first level.
Weapons upgrade automatically as
You
they
can
are
hear
used.
the,
This increases
help
their damage
desk
and
girl
adds new
telling me about it, because I'm not
modifications.
allowed to turn her off in this title.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why. Why am I not allowed to turn her off? I don't need her.
Eh,
The other games let me out, turn her off.
right, we should probably mention this, because we did and then we lost it. Basically, it's standard thing, they level up just like all the in every Ratchet game till now, but they level up based on damage dealt, not enemies killed.
Right. Well, actually, level up on both.
They level up on both, but I would say damage dealt matters a lot more this time.
Oop, ah, ow.
You got two basic kind of enemies around here. You got little ankle biters and you got the earwigs. Ankle biters, standard thing. Earwigs spit acid, and you've got the hot steam coming out of the ground.
Yep.
Pretty standard first area stuff.
Yeah, Ratchet & Clank never really starts you off tough. Unless you're doing something stupid like we're going to be.
Just sort of making sure you understand the basics of everything.
Yep. Oh, R1 is attack in this one. Okay, that makes my life a lot
Yeah,
easier.
R1 lets you shoot your guns.
Yeah, I guess it's maybe I didn't have it set up right last episode, but it was only allowing me to use O to
Weird.
to shoot as opposed to R1, and I vastly prefer R1 for Ratchet & Clank just because it makes my life easier.
Mm-hmm.
Because using right stick to aim and using O to shoot is very uncomfortable. Because it means that my thumb has to be on the stick, and then like my right index finger ends up being on O, and it's this very uncomfortable claw-like.
Yeah, that's a weird. Yeah, the R1's a lot easier.
R1 is a much easier. It also means it's a lot easier to hit R2, which is actually used in this game. It wasn't. Hi, buddy. How's it going? I'll be shooting you later.
Well, he doesn't look nice, happy to see us. That there, well, I'm not sure if I shall say what it is just yet.
Nah, we'll get to it.
Alright.
We'll get to it soon.
Here's a nice place to start experimenting with your second weapon.
That would require me to use the second weapon. Not out of ammo for the first weapon yet. It might just be me, but I have never liked the
You like it well enough when you realize it blows stuff up real good.
Yeah, it does, but I'm not a huge fan of the bomb glove variants. I never really have been. And that's what the grenade is. It's a bomb glove variant. It's
a lot more powerful though.
But it's the same damn weapon I've been using since Ratchet & Clank 1. You can dress it up in all the pretty frills you like. It's the same girl. I've been dating her for years. We broke up several times. Stop showing her to me. You know?
And is it any wonder I have some that have the same? Oh wait! Don't break the barrels yet. There's a jackpot.
Oh, there isn't.
Not in this one.
Nope.
There's supposed to be a jackpot crate somewhere around here.
Yeah, there's supposed to be. I was looking for it too. I saw it wasn't here. I'm like, oh well.
Huh? Weird.
Yep. Must be in the next one.
It must be.
But,
And this is then. Can you imagine the trouble I have getting this guy to use like the mine weapons?
yeah, they saw it. That was last. Did I? Oh, camera. I would appreciate you not putting me unable to see the thing that's shooting at me. Thank you. There was a forced perspective camera on in that area for the wall jump section.
Mm-hmm.
While enemies were shooting at me.
Speaking of which, wall jumps, a skill that we keep being expected to use, but oddly enough, we never really get told much about.
Nope. I think it eventually tells you if you don't get it yet.
Hmm.
Oh dear God, I just asked what an interrobang is. Do you know what an interrobang is?
Oh God, it's one of those weird little symbols. I can't recall exactly what it looks
is.
like.
It's a question mark and a exclamation point at the same time.
Oh, right.
And if I remember correctly, and I believe I do, it was an attempt to standardize some sort of punctuation to identify, if I remember correctly, sarcasm in text.
Ooh.
This was a long time, like this was before the internet, so You know, this was before that. This was for things like, you know, newspapers and things.
And yet, instead, the internet evolved smileys.
Yeah. Or HTML text. Open bracket, sarcasm, close bracket. Fine, I'll use the damn weapon, because I'm out of ammo.
I'm sorry, but I am very fond of the grenade-style weapons, because they're effective.
No,
they're usually
the problem
fairly
is
cheap.
they're effective, but they're boring.
Now we'll get to the better stuff later.
I mean,
Use it while you
they're
can.
so boring.
I mean, this came back to bite you last time when you said you'd like the other weapons because they were boring, and then suddenly you found you were kind of in need of them, and they were doing dilly squat for you. So,
See,
there's
it
the
is.
jackpot.
Yeah.
Right.
Hit
So-
jackpot, everything gets 2 times, and then you just go to town. And when I say everything gets 2 times, I mean everything. You get double of everything. Double health, double bolts, double experience, and I believe double ammo, too.
Could be. And, you know, that's a nice little boost to your pocketbook there, so... That's
See,
still
here's
a
the other problem.
thing anyway.
Pocketbook?
Yeah.
Yeah. I have people who come into my store with them all the time. Okay, anything? Okay. Oh, this is good. So, we're about to meet someone. Hey,
Someone
buddy!
Yes.
How's it going?
Say hello to a basilisk leviathan.
Or just a Leviathan.
Actually, for some strange reason, they do actually make the distinction.
Oh, they actually make the distinction in this one?
Yes.
Yes, he's got a couple of main attacks. One, he flies around and does nothing. That's attack number 1. Attack number 2 is, I think he spits some... There we go. Here he is.
There he goes. He spits
Spits lightning at me.
lightning at you or something. He sheds, like, electro balls from time to time.
Yep. He's not really meant to be a boss.
No.
He's more of an annoyance. Oh, he also charges you. I forgot to mention that one.
Something of a mini-boss.
Yeah, if that.
Anyway, I'll point them out, because, again, they were worth pointing out. You got the little cubes. I think we might have mentioned this before, but anything kind of crate that you see there, and they're usually ammo crates, they respawn infinitely just in case you find yourself in need of it. And what's this? There's an extra currency now, raritanium.
Yep, and the bot's telling us exactly what it is.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna grab some of this ammo. I think these ammo crates will stop respawning after a certain period of time if you're not actually in combat. I think I might be able to grab this one without dying. Yes. If I remember correctly, you're allowed to jump into the water 3 times before it'll pop you. Something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Do I need this? No. Okay, we're good.
Anyway, you're going to want as much raritanium as you can get your hands on.
Yep. Okay. And lo and behold, we are back to civilization.
Ooh, shiny.
Shiny, shiny. This is the Kobalia Spaceport. That's a dude. Hello.
Real shifty-looking fella.
We like shifty-looking fellas. They're our
Not
kind of people.
that's not like that's, you know, anything for us to say to talk about, but
Okay, so while we're here, I suppose it's time for us to talk about skill points. They exist, as they have in every Ratchet Clank so far. And Tools of Destruction treats skill points a little bit differently than the past couple of games have. To some extent. First of all, it arranges them a lot nicer,
it ranges them by planet.
which is good, and it makes it very clear. It does not tell us what they are this time. We have to earn that, either by figuring it out on our own, based on the name, or by going to challenge mode. The other thing is, in addition to each planet skill points, it'll only show us a planet skill points if we actually have gone to that planet. It will also show us the general skill points. These are skill points that can be accomplished anywhere. So, for example...
And it should also be noted that I don't think it'll give you all of the general ones up front. How many of them has it got there?
let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 16.
Okay, I tell a lie, they do actually give you all the general ones up front.
Yep. So I'm assuming stuff like even better the second time is we're going for challenge mode, for example.
Mm-hmm.
Bolts in the bank is probably for getting probably like 5 million, 10 million bolts, something like that.
Oh, right.
Golden Children is probably getting all the golden bolts. Your Arsenal is probably for getting all the weapons or leveling up all the weapons. It's hard to say.
Mm-hmm.
But, I mean, you can tell a lot of them.
You can usually get a good idea of what's involved just by listening to the name.
Yeah.
There are, as you can see, three of
So
them on
three
this
here.
planet, and in a nice little change, we can get all three of these in one run on our first trip.
And we can kind of guess what they are right off the bat, even if we didn't already know. I happen to know what the three of these are off the top of my head. But a smashing good time? Well, smashing usually means one and only one thing in Ratchet & Clank. Smash every single thing on a level. So we can pretty much assume that in order to get this one, we're going to have to destroy everything that's destructible. Okay, easy enough, right?
Seems
The
easy
second
enough.
thing we're going to need to do... you know what? I'm going to do
So
it.
let's
I'm gonna
take a
do
look
it.
at the
I'm gonna
Grumble
do it. I'm going to do it. We're going to buy the next weapon. The Plasma Beasts.
So, if you've been watching our Let's Plays, and I really hope you are, the Plasma Beasts are essentially angry little amoeboid mines. You plop them down, they rise up, and they maul the closest thing to them. They look
When Mako says amoeboid, that's what they are. They are the amoeboids from the first game.
Attention, citizens
Yeah.
of Kabbalah.
They look tiny now, but that's because he ain't active.
You
Yep.
must show exemplary
Now the fun thing about these guys is that they can hit airborne targets. It doesn't look like it, but they can. In fact, they'll hit just about anything. They won't work on these poor guys, because
They're not considered enemies.
they're not considered enemies. They are considered targets, though, so you can break them. In fact, we're going to have to.
Yep.
But it's actually remarkably they're actually remarkably effective.
To a certain point.
To a certain point. You toss a couple down, and they maul. They've got a fairly wide access range as well, and they splash.
Okay.
You were supposed to watch the
He has
show.
very flat teeth.
Blame the parrot. Always blame the parrot. Is everything all right, sir?
I love the expressions they're able to show now that we're into like the next gen. You know,
Well, excuse
you can actually see expressions.
We're just a couple of humble smugglers.
Okay, I know I said this last time, guys, but it needs to be understood that for the majority of the past, probably 2 years now, like not even joking, I've been playing almost nothing but older games, typically old games. We're talking Skies of Arcadia from the GameCube, we're talking about the Ratchet & Clank series from the PS2, Final Fantasy X from the PS2, or indie games that don't have an amazing graphics budget. So the fact that I am looking at a PS3 game, even though it's one of the first PS3 games, and therefore isn't the most impressive, it's still incredibly impressive. It's like playing the PlayStation for the first time. So, all these little things that you may take for granted because, you know, you play AAA titles all the time, it's, for someone like me who I've been playing nothing but, you know, the smaller titles for a while, it's kind of a big deal.
Yep. Okay, we're not quite done before we go in yet. Even though we've been given something nice and shiny.
Which we'll use next episode.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
We
hi.
get to meet
What's
this
your
guy. Entirely new vendor. He gives us something nice. Devices. As he says, they're special combat items. They're one use only, and you can only carry a couple of them on hand at a time. We don't need to buy any of them, fortunately, because you can get them in other ways.
Everyone
but
gets them
they're-
free pretty soon.
They're all incredibly useful.
Let's go ahead
They
and
don't-
break all of this.
They might not necessarily look it to start at least, but they are.
Now, unfortunately, I cannot make this jump.
Hmm.
And I don't think it'll even allow me to get over there even if I do make that jump.
No.
So, we're gonna have to stop here, guys. I was hoping to do a little bit more, but the game says nope! So, we are done. When we return next time, we'll be going into this large building and finishing up this planet. As such, we'll see you soon.